and it's time for another matchup in the first round of the Big Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So here's the table of the first round, and if you remember in the last one we saw the 1897 beat the Cobra and book a place in the second round. Now in the next matchup we have got these two beers. On my left we have got the Red Stripe Lager, and on my right we have got the Biere DeLuxe, which got through from a preliminary round, which I think it was against Budweiser, but it might not have been. I can't remember now what it. No, it wasn't Budweiser. Can't remember what it was up against now. But there you go, it's the Biere DeLuxe. It's already had one matchup, it's already beaten one thing. Now it's going to be up against the Red Stripe. The Red Stripe is in a pint can as well. I don't remember this being sold in pint cans. Everything at the moment seems to be sold in pint cans. All the lagers now, all the cheaper, pedestrian lagers tend to be sold in pint cans now, which is a bit strange because like 15 years ago, you couldn't move. 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't get pint cans. Really, they were very rare. Most cans were just 440, the occasional 500. Now it seems every time I'm looking, 4 packs always seem to be pint cans. So I don't know, maybe it's just a way of shifting higher volumes. Because again, you're going to look at that, you're just going to think of it as a beer, so you end up buying more for a higher price. I suppose it gets some more sales. I'll just leave that there. Anyway, so we've got the Red Stripe on my left, we've got the Biere DeLuxe on my right. Again, very distinctive flavour on this one, but I don't know anything about the flavour on this one. It's a good 15 years since I had Red Stripe, and I've only had it a couple of times in my life, so I don't really remember anything about it. All I know is it is 4.7% ABV, and this is 4% ABV. So anyway, that's enough waffling. I'm going to just get these, we'll get these poured out into glasses, and we'll get the taste test underway. Okay, beer's poured, and here we go. Let's have a look at these two. So they look very similar. This one's got more bubbles than this one. Let's have a little look at the colours. First of all, let's tell you which one's which. Let's do that. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Now we're going to look at how they look. They're both looking very similar, although this one, I don't know if you can see, lots of bubbles rising to the top there. This one, no bubbles rising to the top there. Very, very interesting. So let's have a little look at these. Oh no, there's a little bit of bubbles rising up there when I move the glass slightly. Both beers looking very interesting. Can't really tell which one is by looking at them. They both look very similar. Apart from the difference in the bubbles rising up to the top, they both look very similar. Very similar kind of head, very similar kind of head retention. What can I say? I think we need to start nosing them to start telling them apart. So let's go. Interesting. So very fresh, very fragrant, that kind of, fresh citrusy kind of note I'm getting there. Quite citrusy actually. I don't really want to think about which is which here, because I know if I start getting those kind of banana notes on it, I'll know which one it is, but there's a little bit of malt there, there's some nice fresh lemoniness there. It's got a nice nose in it, this one, it really has. Yeah, it reminds me of another beer, that, but I don't know what it is. I can't think what beer it reminds me of, but again, similar to the Crown Lager, but stronger in the nose. Let's have a nose on this one now and see if this one has a particularly different or similar nose. Yes, it's a significantly different nose. What am I getting on this one? It's a more fruity nose, this one. Yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of fruit I'm getting in the nose there. It's not banana at the moment. Or it possibly is a bit. It's like apples, possibly, and interesting. Interesting nose. I can't quite get my head around that one. Bit of syrupiness in it. Yeah, I mean it's a different nose, that one. This has got a very typical kind of Hennessy kind of nose, a bit like the Ayinger. Maybe I don't want to compare it to the Crown Lager. A little bit of smokiness on the nose as well there. I'm getting a little bit of fire smoke there on that one. Oh yeah, definitely like spent matches, that kind of smell. Which is interesting, I wasn't getting that before. I'm not getting much through my left nostril. Yeah, interesting there. So we're getting the fresh floral character of it, I think there, but we're also getting a bit of say like spent matches in the nose, which is odd. But there you go. If you ever try this beer, whichever one it is, then maybe you can get that on the nose as well. But it is time to taste. So here we go. Starting with this one. Here we go. Cheers. So it's smooth and it's clean. That's a bonus. A little bit of a smooth aftertaste, a little bit of a biscuity aftertaste there. Not loads of flavour. Very little bitterness. It is very pleasant. It's very pleasant. It is very smooth as well. It's not gassy in the slightest. It's a very easy drinking and refreshing lager. So there we go. Let's try this one. It helps that it's a really hot day today. I don't know when this is going to come out, but the day I'm doing this is really hot. So let's try this one. Cheers. Significantly more carbonation. The carbonation is taking away some of the flavour. It has got a slightly different flavour. Slightly more fruit and a little creaminess in that flavour there. This one's giving me more traditional kind of lager vibes. Very clean, very drinkable, this one. Although not brimming with flavour. I'm preferring the flavour on this one to this one, but neither of them are giving me as much flavour as I would like. Nice aftertaste on that one though. I will say now, I was enjoying the Premium Lager and the Ultimate Lager Championships more than these two. These lagers, neither of them I don't think are the kind of lagers I would drink, really. They're a little bit meh in general, but again, we're just seeing what's what, seeing what gems might come out of this. Yeah, I mean, this one's got a unique taste. And not too high in carbonate. It's a lot more carbonated than this one, but not too high in carbonation. A lot of the time the aftertaste takes it, so and this one does have an aftertaste. That one doesn't have much of an aftertaste to speak of. I'm getting a little bit of bitterness from this one now. Hey, it has got a nice biscuity aftertaste. This one I'm not getting much aftertaste from it at all. So let's make a decision then. This one is really well balanced, I think. It's got just the right level of carbonation. I'd possibly like it a little bit more carbonated. It's a little bit flat, possibly. Got a little bit of bitterness on the end. Got a lovely bit of aftertaste. It's really clean, really refreshing, really drinkable. This one, possibly a little bit sweet, might get a little bit sickly after a while. This one is a bit drier and it's nice. Not a huge amount of flavour in either of them really, but you know, to be honest, a lager, you're not drinking a lager you know, for loads and loads of flavour. You're not going to expect like IPA levels of flavour in a lager. The flavours are subtle, but they're there. But there is a nice bit of bitterness. Just waking up your taste buds and getting them to look out for those flavours. And that aftertaste is really nice. I'm really enjoying that aftertaste. It's almost like you're tasting the lager after you've drunk it rather than while you're drinking it, which, you know, is nice. I like that. So for that reason, that's going through. That's out. I think that's the Red Stripe, and I think that's Biere DeLuxe. But we're going to come back in a minute, and I will tell you if I was right. Okay, big reveal. Yes, Biere DeLuxe. Yes, Red Stripe. Now, yeah, the thing is, Red Stripe, I mean, I've not had Red Stripe for a long, long time. Now, I know a lot of people who don't really know the beers, and just kind of know what they like, but I know a lot of people who say Red Stripe. They say Red Stripe's a very good lager. Now, there are people who say that Foster's is a very good lager. I don't listen to those people. But, to be honest, the people who think that Red Stripe's a good lager, I think they're right, actually. It's a nice lager. I think it's, for what it's trying to be, it succeeds. I am really enjoying it. To be honest, it's getting better with each one. That aftertaste is really nice. Biere DeLuxe, it won the Cheap Lager Championship, but it has run its course. I think it's kind of proving now where the line is between, you know, winning the Cheap Lager Championship and not. It's actually that's tasting nice as well. That's a nice beer. But it just shows like nothing in the Cheap Lager Championship stood a chance against this. You get something like Red Stripe. This is the sort of the first step, I think, in the next level of lager. At the moment now, I'm getting more flavour from this one than I am from this one, but yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a bit niche. This one, it's so different. You see, it's hard to decide whether you prefer it or not. This one has got a really nice, clean lager flavour to it. So I think for that reason, it deserves to go through. I say I am enjoying drinking it. I think it was 4 cans for about £6.79 or something, which for, you know, pint cans, that's pretty much what they are. Or it might have been cheaper than that. It might have been £5.70. I can't remember what it was now. £6 something. I don't know what it was now. I think it was it's a little bit more than £1.50 a can, maybe £1.60 a can. Which pint cans, you know, you're getting more for your sort of buck, as it were. But yeah, I'm liking the smoothness of it. A little bit of dryness, you know, on the finish. Yeah, I mean they're both nice beers. Don't get me wrong. I am warming to them both. This one is getting a little bit sickly though. It's a little bit sweet. That one, you know, I'd be able to drink several of these and feel absolutely fine. This one, I think after a few, I'd be sick of it. So yeah, so there you go. So let's get rid of this guy. Biere DeLuxe. Yeah, you won the Cheap Lager Championship. We gave you a shot in this one, but I think you're done. But there's this one, Red Stripe. Yeah, how far will it get? I don't know. But I am at the moment. I am enjoying it. It's a nice lager, 4.7 ABV. You get something, a little bit of sweetness on the arrival, a little bit of bitterness on the finish. Lovely biscuity aftertaste, and then just a standard kind of lagery profile, just nicely balanced on the actual flavour there. Yeah, it's decent beer. Not had it for a while. It's nice. So there you go, done. Till next time, have a good one.